You know, I know that a lot of people kind of have been asking for an adaptation of Mob Psycho, because pretty much when One Punch Man ended so long ago, those two questions that always came up were, when is One Punch Man going to get a sequel, and when are they going to adapt Mob Psycho 100? And I will be honest, okay, is that yes, okay, Mob looks exactly like Saitama, and pretty much there's no problem with that. I mean, again, like, comes from the same guy, but still with that, it even also has the same feel, which is that Mob is a mega ultra psychic, and of course every single spirit in which that he runs into, he kills with no problem. However, I do like the interesting dynamic from this one compared to One Punch Man, because the entire dynamic of this series is that Mob's homeroom teacher, Reigen, actually kind of has this scam going on, and I do actually respect the guy for this, is that he has a super scam going on that he tells people like listen, I'm a psychic. I am a self-proclaimed psychic. I know all this stuff because I've watched the movies, and pretty much I know that table salt, it stops spirits and ghosts, because of course spirits and ghosts and evil spirits, they actually exist. And because of that, he's actually pretty much like, he is such a perfect con artist to where that he has not only Mob fooled, but people who pretty much like have their homes and whatnot haunted. He has them believing that he's a super psychic who pretty much can feel most problems, or can tell like when evil spirits are everywhere, when pretty much he's just a con artist. And I do respect the guy for that, because of course, you know, in One Punch Man, the dynamic is that Saitama is the strongest hero there, but nobody believes it. But because of that, Genos is there trying to learn from him and trying to get stronger and whatnot. This one, on the other hand, kind of flips that dynamic, even though Genos isn't necessarily a useless hero, but based on how he fights, he kind of gets taken out to the point to where he does feel useless, him and other S-class heroes. So pretty much like when you switch the dichotomy there, it's more or less like, well, now you can see more of the comedy shining in this one versus in One Punch Man. Because in this one, the comedy is pretty much like, it seems to be the main focus, because of course, Reigen kind of goes through most of these things of pretty much like almost letting it slip that he's not a psychic, he's not a fighter, and he's not that great, but most of his skill pretty much goes about fooling this like this 13 to 14-year-old middle schooler and saying, yeah, dude, like, I'm better than you, so I'm your sensei, so you have to use your amazing powers to kill all of these spirits so I can get money from it. And that's actually pretty nice. It's fun to see, especially since, you know, Mob also kind of has this thing that happens like earlier on in the episode, to where that not only is, which actually kind of reminds me of the Galarian Ash game, or at least like the Galarians games, is that because he's a psychic, he has a limit to pretty much how much he can go through all this mental stress, and he has a stress meter to where that once it reaches 100, I believe that he just becomes like this wall of like psychic power. As when it first started off, he was killing a whole bunch of spirits, and then when it reached 100, he destroyed everything there. He decimated everything. And of course, this episode, it does end with him having a stress limit, I think of like 22 or 23 or something of that nature. But I really do like it. I like how it pretty much it goes about, you know, kind of running itself. Even watching how his parents actually treat his psychic abilities as pretty much like his mother's trying to tell him to stop bending spoons, which is actually pretty nice, of course. And pretty much I can't leave without actually mentioning the intro of the series, which is amazing. I kind of had to listen to that thing like like 15 times before I even got to even watching the episode, because something about when they were kind of like doing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stuff, like, and then pretty much getting all this build up, even though they jumped about 50 numbers, like in the song, of course, I think until the actual song comes out, like it ends on the 99, and like that last 20, like 81 too, like that's when the song like reps up and it just gets crazy. But till then though, sorry for talking about the intro so much, but still. And also it's very, very, very creative too, like with the art and how it presents itself. It's actually really amazing, and it's actually very fitting for this series. But till then, that is what I gotta say about that. Please tell me what do you think about this down in the comment section. I will catch you on the next Jongravesshow. Keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I'm out.